Hello again, Luxury Home Show. My name is Des Ewing. I'm a residential architect. I specialise in new build properties. I'd love you to see our latest project, which is in Donegal, Ireland. Come on ahead in. But you get a glimpse of the balconies at the front and the more modern glazing that make the most of the view. It's a lovely kitchen to be in because it's so bright and airy. So this is where the real fun starts. This is absolute luxury. So here we are in Donegal. We're on the very edge of Europe. And what's special about Donegal is its views. The sea, the hills, the mountains, just everything is so serene and beautiful. Though not every day, there's a lot of strong winds around here. And that's why we've created this sheltered courtyard at the top. So this is an upside down house, which means living accommodation up top, bedroom accommodation down below. And we've done that to make the most of the views. So the car does the work. The car drives up the hill, brings you into this area, which has got a little bit of shelter in it because we've got two buildings. It's lowered a little bit. So when you go into the house, you see the panoramic sea view in front of you. Here we have our garage, but we don't want it to look like a garage because garages never look very good. So we've spent a little bit of time making this with a local stone, little highlights of brickwork, little gable on it, which is where the bar is up above, which you'll see in a minute. But it means that it feels more like an outbuilding, a traditional outbuilding, than it does a garage. It also contrasts with the render of the house. This plaster finish is very typical of Donegal area because it keeps the water out. It's got more of a classical finish to it. And we've added quite a bit of detail to it to make sure that it's got interest because it is just single story and it is a very big house going beyond here. So you can see the two peaks left and right, which are symmetrical. I like the very fine eaves detail that we have just at the edge of the slate. Very fine details of that. It really shows the quality of the house. The house has a painted plaster finish to it. It also has a nice bright finish to it. And when you're at this far north in Europe, you want to have something that's got a bit of brightness to it. The edge of the roof is very sharp and very neat. That's where you can see a little bit of quality. And the string course that we have running right across the house has got that very fine line along it as well. So we want to give some detail to the front of the house because it's quite a large house and we've only got a small area here where we can do some work to give that a little bit of quality and a little bit of detail to it. The focal point then is the front door. So it's the only arch about here is the front door. That's the bit that catches your eye. It's got a classical detail to it and it's got a very heavy, chunky front door. And when you go in there, you see the water. The windows are timber sliding sash, which again is a typical detail, and we've done them Victorian style so they blend in with the larger panes that we have at the back of the house. Materials here are bonded gravel, which is just like gravel, only it's a lot more durable, doesn't blow about, and everything here has got to be durable. And then close to the house, we put some granite to give you that little bit of sparkle, a little bit of warmth in the stone, and everything is durable, everything is easy to clean. And when there's so much rain up here, that's something that's really important to have. As this is the only entrance area in the house, we've got to accommodate the front door and the back door. So the back door we don't want to see. We want the family to know where it is, but we don't want everyone else. That's why it's set into the corner here, and we haven't made a feature of that. So it doesn't compete with the front door, and the front door is what you see. But it's this three-dimensional feel and the chimneys and all those little bits of detail that I think are important to give this house a little bit of sparkle. It is an Irish house. It is a house from Donegal, but it's quite an elegant version of it, and it's designed to be pretty and to be beautiful. The garage, which is designed to not look so much like a garage, has got brick features along the openings. On the doors itself, it's got some glazing, so it doesn't look so much like a garage, feels more like an outbuilding or shed. And then on the eaves, you can see where we have the brick corbels and the brick set at an angle, again to give it just a slight little bit of detail. And you notice everything is clipped quite tight, so when the strong winds come, it's not going to blow away. You know, this is a house that is designed to look attractive but also be durable. So I mentioned this was an upside down house, and you can clearly see it from here where we have got, it steps down to the second level, and you can also get a glimpse, or you can get a massive view of the water from here, but you get a glimpse of the balconies at the front and the more modern glazing that make the most of the view, and with the bedrooms down below. Hello and welcome into the house. Christmas decorations are up. This is the entrance hall, this is the front door, and this is the transition between the traditional front elevation with the sliding sash windows and the low ceilings to the modern front of the house. This is like a catwalk bringing you right through into the house. It's got the drama of the light coming from above, it's got the chandeliers coming down, and the triumph really is the fact that you're looking straight at that sea view. A little bit grey today, but then that's Ireland, that's what happens, part of the character of what we have here. The staircase is usually a feature within a hallway and that it's going up when you see it. This staircase you don't see, it's going down, which is good in that it doesn't interrupt the sea view. So everything in this house is straight lines, apart from the staircase and the fanlight over the entrance door. Curves catch your eye, and that's why the two main features in here are curved, they're eye-catching. I mentioned the kitchen is on the right in the entrance hall. So let's just walk through and have a look. So the kitchen is divided into three spaces. Dining space, which has got the great view from it. Living space, which is a little bit cozier. And the main event, which is the kitchen. So the design of this kitchen, the clients love that traditional classic sort of feel. So it has got a traditional kitchen style, but the molds and the colour of it is kept quite muted. So it's not competing with the modern elements within this house. It's a lovely kitchen to be in because it's so bright and airy. Light from above onto the island is always a really nice way to work and be able to see what you're doing. The focal point of the three chandeliers coming down over the island as well gives it all a little bit of drama. Large units are tucked away where you don't see them. And then we have a window seat, and everyone loves a window seat. People sit here and they can see who's coming, they can see outside, they can see right through the house. When people are cooking, they're right beside them. It's nice and bright. Anytime we do a window seat, people just love them, and it sits very well into this kitchen. I've just got a panoramic view to see behind me here. You can notice this little area of quartzite, which is for putting your coffee cup or drink on. It ties in with the quartzite on the island. It's very durable material. The materials here are quite warm. You know, the timber inlays we have in the kitchen, the brass, ties in very nicely with this broad oak floor that we have. And you'll notice there's an awful lot of storage in this kitchen, which is great. Because we've got the vaulted ceiling, some of it is very high, and there is a little thing that will help you get up to those, which is also a funny feature. It's this little ladder. So you can get all the high level units you want to and access them very easily. Moving from the kitchen to the living area, you'll notice the ceiling is lower here. It makes it all a little bit cozier. And we have this cornice, which gives it that more traditional cozy feel, as well as it's a great job to be able to hide blinds behind that, which you never really want to see. And again, the roof light in the centre, it comes over the coffee table in the middle, which is the perfect place you want to have a light and space like that. One of the main features of these living spaces is always where you put the television, where you put the fire. And it's something you're sitting and you want to look at, but you also want to look at the sea view. Here we plumped to put it in this wall because it's a feature from when you come in, and also when you're sitting in an L-shaped sofa like this, you can see it and you've still got a great view. You still have this panoramic view of the water, and that's really what this house is all about. Now we're into the third space of the kitchen. It's the dining area. Dining is near the kitchen, which is great. You can also see out that direction. You can see right through the house. It's got a vaulted ceiling. It's got a chandelier over the top. But I like it set here because it doesn't block the view of the water. People can see through, but also when you're sitting at the table, you've almost got a panoramic view. And you got the bar right beside you, which is important as well. Everything's very handy. The other good thing is from here, you can nip outside if it's good weather and sit at the table here. One of the design issues with an upside down house is the fact that it's not connected to the majority of the garden. But this area solves that problem in that it's a large external deck which has got living areas, sitting areas. It's right beside the kitchen, which means it's going to be used all the time. It's got roofs over the top of it, so it's going to be sheltered. It's going to have a certain amount of warmth to it. It's got that amazing view, and you can see through the glazed panels, which are also a little bit higher, if you notice, to stop the wind coming in. So it means this is going to be a usable space. This is part of the house. This is somewhere that is critical to this house success, and it's worked. Now we're going to go to the back entrance to the house, which is through here. And this is a separate wing altogether. Come on ahead and we'll have a look. This is the back door. It's glazed, lots of light coming in here. And in this lobby space, we've got playroom for the kids, we've got toilet, then we've got the boot room. Very handy right beside the back door. So this boot room is really useful because first of all, it's got loads of storage for all your coats, etc. It's got a Belfast sink and worktops to wash your boots or clean whatever is needed. And you can come and sit down, take off your boots, hang up your coat, and then go into the house. So in the back lobby, we have an integrated mat well to make sure everything is neat and tidy. And this is the end of the house and the start of the coach house. So we brought the materials inside this brick entrance to the kids' playroom. The stonework which you had outside, it then continues into the toilet area. And this texture and this feel, it always just works really well because it's got such a beauty to it. It's nice to see it inside. So as we move into the garage coach house part, it's a lower building externally, so you'll see this ceiling is lower, which is fine. It's a kids' playroom. It's nice and cozy. Lots of light and doors going out into an area that's going to get the sun outside. And then we have the adults' playroom, which is upstairs, and we'll go and have a look at that now. So this is where the real fun starts, in the adults' playroom or the bar. This is quite a tight space above the garage, and the dark colours in it and the coziness, it just makes it feel like a typical Irish bar. It's got a little toilet here, and then it's also got a terrace, a roof terrace, which comes out onto the views. It's the sort of place that's so enticing. You just want to sit down and stay. With the rest of the house being so bright and airy, this is really nice that there's been a play on the dark colours here with a really low ceiling. And this curved bar, it's just so communal. You just want to sit down. It's so inviting. Hidden behind this door then, a little surprise. And this is his office. Look at this. There's a bit more sparkle than you'd expect. And again, there's somewhere. Hopefully he stays here and doesn't go into the bar. So back into the hall again. And then on this side of the hall is the other wing, which has got bedroom and the lounge. So whilst the kitchen, living, dining is going to be there, you spend most of your time, it's very good to have an alternative room. This is what we Irish would call the good room. This is where you can bring the unexpected guests or your grandparents, and you know it's always going to be tidy. It's got the good furniture in it. It's got a classical fireplace, it's just a bit more elegant in this room. Same oak floor throughout, but it's got a herringbone effect on it, just to give that a little bit more richness and more detail. We have the media wall, which has got a sparkly feel to it of the lights behind. Also these shelving give you somewhere to put your artifacts and give the house and this room a little bit more personality. But again, one thing this room has that you want to have is this panoramic view of the water, and it has got it in abundance. So just off the hallway is the bathroom, and this is the one the visitors are going to come into. It's got a lot of detail in it. It's got the traditional paneling, it's got the brass light fittings, marble top, curved edges to it, just a little bit of quality. But as well as that, it has a shower in it, and that's really important because here we have a room that can be used as a downstairs bedroom. It's particularly useful whenever guests come to stay because you've got an entrance level bedroom, which means very easy to get to if you've got some infirm people. It's a flex room. It can be used for everything, but in this case it is a bedroom. The windows in this house are so good. These are traditional timber sliding sash windows, only they've got all the seals on them, not like the old-fashioned windows. And they have the weights in between in the panels here. Also side panels on it give it a certain elegance, and they give the room a warmth. But this depth also gives the feeling of this being a traditional house. It's got a chunky effect to it, a chunky feel. Big deep sill boards give you somewhere to side items. But I do love the little window on the gable because it means this room has got a sea view as well as it being a window seat. And that depth again gives it a certain coziness. So now we're finished on the ground floor, and we're going to go now to the lower ground floor to see the bedrooms. Come on ahead. So this house is semi-basement in that we've big retaining walls to the back, and then we've got the sea view to the front, even on this floor. The thing about basements is getting light into it. That is the key. We've done all we can to let as much light as possible into this central hallway, and then as we go around the bedrooms, you'll see the light that's in there. 5 bedrooms in the house in total, 1 upstairs. Let's have a look at the other 4. Before we go into the bedrooms, let me show you the family bathroom. So in this house, it's a mixture of traditional and modern, and this is very much traditional, this room. and that it's got the same high standard of stone finishes and vanity units as downstairs. But look how big it is and look how bright it is. It's been a great success. We've managed to get so much light into this room, but yet we're in the basement. But the main feature of the bathroom is the windows. We've got that extra depth that means we can put the panels on it, and we've got the shutters that give a little bit of privacy and also a little bit of detail to it as well. So as we come into the first bedroom, there's a lobby area which has got all the storage in it, floor to ceiling again. Then we move into the bedroom, which is a big modern room. It has this canopy in paint that comes over the top of the bed that gives it a certain amount of coziness. Outside the rooms here is AstroTurf, which is great because the kids are football fans, and it means they can go out into it. It always looks good. Generally, I'm not a fan, but it means that it's always durable and looks fresh rather than a muddy pitch you're looking out on. So I think it works in this occasion. So just opposite here is the way out to the garden. There's also a plant room in there. This is the side of the house the retaining wall is on, so we had to be careful what rooms we put in there. But it means we can put a laundry room in it. It doesn't really need a window. And a laundry room, just like a lot of American houses, is very good to have on the bedroom floor. So that's located well. Also a cinema room, doesn't need a window. And this is a very luxurious cinema room. It's really cozy with the tiered seating in it. And that's something we can put on the retaining wall. That was part of the design process. What do we put on this side where we've got no light? But these rooms work well. So upstairs you've got the kitchen, living, dining, which you're going to be using the majority of the time. You've also got the good room. But if you want a bit of peace and quiet, this is the place to come. All these soft furnishings in it, and the fact it's tucked away down here makes it so quiet and cozy and relaxing. Whether you want to come down and watch TV or watch a film with the family, it's definitely the place to be. So the next bedroom we're going to see is a modern room, but this is a fit out that can be changed as we go along. But this is for the young child, and it has a colour that is more mature than maybe his years are, but it goes so well with the colours we have outside of the sea. Having the cornicing and the panelling means this is a room that he can really grow up into. And right now we have another one of the boys' rooms, so let's have a look in here. So this bedroom has got a similar layout to the first one, with the lobby and storage as we come in. It's got the two windows viewing out. It has got different panelling and fabric here, but it's also got its own ensuite. And now we have the main event, the principal bedroom. Oh, let's have a look in here. Wow. So here we've got the doors out to the garden and the sea beyond. This is absolute luxury. This is like a hotel suite with the padded bed head. You can see this is clever, a little bit of light then we get into the ensuite behind us. But let's have a look at the dressing room. It's tucked in here. So this is a beautiful, glamorous dressing room. What is unique about it for me is the fact that it's totally symmetrical. I don't think I've ever seen one like this before. It's got all the storage you want, which is concealed. It's got key areas of glass to display shoes, handbags, etc. And it's just the right sort of size, not too big, but it's got lots of capacity. So it's a functional space. I've also got this little seat here and layout space on the top. And then we're into the ensuite, which is through here. So this ensuite is just super glamorous. And this is a more modern interpretation of what we saw upstairs. It's got the same colours. It's got the brass, it's got the white, it's got the goldy colours in it. But everything's just slightly more modern. It's got the double shower behind me, double basins. I like the way the toilet's tucked in behind the door. You never want to see that whenever you come in. And the bath is a more modern bath. You know, it's got that nice elliptical shape to it, which is really smooth and modern. And this room also benefits from the fact that it's got that high level light coming into it. So even though we're on the retaining wall, it's got natural light as well. It's really nice. So as I mentioned earlier, we've got access to the back of the house here. So let's go out and have a look. So we just popped out to have a look at the back of the house. And everything here is totally different, except the fact that the roof is the same. Materials, the roof continues through front to back. The strong cornice line that we have with the gutter continues through, as does the render finish. But it's all about the glass. It's all about the view. It's all about, this is such a special place. Obviously today it's a little wet, but that's Ireland for you. That's why it's so green. But this space that we have in front of us is very well used with a hot tub, with the view, the grass area or the artificial grass area that we have in front, these gardens. This area is facing west. It gets the evening sun, and in the summer it's just a glorious space to use. Thank you very much, Luxury Home Show, for coming. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I certainly did. If you want to see some more of our houses, you'll see them on Instagram or desewing.com, or you can see the last one we did if you click here. Thank you very much. Cheerio. Hi, Luxury Home Show. My name is Des Ewing. I'm an architect. I specialise in new build residential properties, and I'd love you to see my new build in Beaconsfield. Come on, head in. We have the living area. The focal point is this magnificent marble fireplace